Wilcoxon. I'm a registered dietitian and certified diabetes care and education specialist for the United Medical ACO, coming back to you with more of our quick tips video for 2021. So we're going to be talking about low sodium cooking. You may have been told by your doctor that you need to watch your salt, which is really hard for a lot of us because salt is in everything that we eat. If you eat out, you're eating a fair amount of salt. So our taste buds really learn that and we really like it. So when we start to cut back, it can be really hard to adapt that flavor. So a lot of times when people are told to cut back on the salt, they might say, well, I don't use the salt shaker. But they're not realizing that if they're eating processed foods, they're getting a fair amount of salt. So something like oatmeal has no sodium in it. But if you're buying the flavored kind that comes in the envelopes, that has salt in it because it makes it taste sweeter. Anything that comes in a can has sodium in it. These are low sodium chickpeas. So we can look at the label. It's only 135 milligrams of sodium. So how much sodium should you have in a day if you need to be on a low sodium diet? Less than 2,000, sometimes it's 1,500, which is pretty hard. A lot of Americans eat 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 milligrams of sodium a day. You can go out to a place like Wawa and get a big hoagie, and you can have over 1,000 milligrams of sodium just in your sandwich. So it's definitely something that we have to watch. You're eating a nice healthy snack like popcorn. This is a lower sodium one at only 45 milligrams. But if you're getting something like movie theater butter popcorn or those big bags of that really nicely butter seasoned popcorn, you're getting more like 300, 400 milligrams of sodium. So you definitely have to read your labels and pay attention. And then cooking. So cooking is a really wonderful thing because you're getting in a lot of different flavors. So you want to change your taste buds and learn to cook with spices and seasonings. So it's very easy this time of year. You can grow your own herbs. So this is rosemary that I picked this morning that I came in, basil that I picked this morning that I came in before I came in, and it has a lot of nice flavor. So if I can train my tastes to enjoy this type of flavor and get off of that heavy salt kick, I can survive on a lower sodium diet. So look at your grocery store and see, what flavors do you like? Something like thyme, something like paprika. There's a lot of seasoning blends that you can get. So this is an example of one from Trader Joe's, 21 Seasoning Salute. Some seasoning blends have sodium in them, so you need to look at them. This very conveniently has a label, so I can look at it and see 0 milligrams sodium. I can also read it and see, okay, what's in it? Onions, black pepper, celery seed, cayenne pepper, parsley, basil, marjoram, bay leaf, and it goes on, and it's all just spices. So something like this can give me a really strong flavor without salt. Everything but the bagel seasoning is pretty popular. Here's a salt-free one. Different companies make different seasonings that are sodium-free. So experimenting with different things. Okay, well normally I like salt on my green beans. Can I try them with dill? So experimenting, what flavors do you like? I like to cook everything with garlic. So garlic gives me a lot of flavor, and I might not necessarily need the salt. I often get a question, what about pepper? Can I have black pepper? Yes. So black pepper can aggravate reflux if you have it, but it does not raise blood pressure. You don't have to worry about pepper on a low sodium diet. So lemon pepper, black pepper, all different kinds of pepper seasonings are certainly appropriate. I do want to say that there's also a seasoning called Mrs. Dash, and some of you may have had it before. There's the original Mrs. Dash, but now there's a lot of different varieties. There's Italian, there's Mexican, lots of different flavors. So that might be something else to experiment with, and considering it as a salt substitute. And really now on one final note is the salt substitute, low salt seasoning made by Morton and some other brands. Those are potassium salts. So can you have those? It really depends on your health condition. So those are made with potassium. If you have kidney disease and that's why you can't have a lot of sodium, then there's a good chance you can't have a ton of potassium either. So that potassium salt is not a good choice for you. If you've been told to watch your sodium, but your kidneys are fine and there's no issues with potassium, you may be okay with having some of that. So that might be a conversation that you want to have with your doctor before you pick up any salt substitute, because you want to see what is it made of. If it's a Mrs. Dash and made with herbs, you're good. But if it's a potassium salt, as the light salts often are, you do want to use caution. So I want to encourage you to experiment. And it's going to be hard at first. You're going to miss those salt flavors. But grow some herbs in your kitchen. You can get a cheap little starter plant of basil for a couple dollars, and you can cut it up and use it. Great things like fresh ginger. Use flavors like lemon. So get a lot of different flavors in there to flavor your food. And if it's something really strong, you're probably not going to miss the salt at all. If you're still really struggling, look online. Google salt-free recipes, and you'll find a lot of things entering your tastes, and sure enough, you will not be missing the salt after a while. So thank you for watching this quick tip video. I hope I've encouraged you to read your labels, put the salt shaker away, and have a great day.